So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a Badger 1. Actually, it's a Badger 5. Half horse right there, you can see. And of course, right there. So it's a half horsepower. Garbage disposal, the other one was done. It was an old, I think a Moen. I can't remember the brand, but it was jammed up. Couldn't fix it. So anyways, new disposal. And we did flop this. Disposal was over here on the high side, which is typical. And unfortunately the waste is behind it, so what they had back there is a medium sweep ABS 90 and then a 45 and then the trap, so too many swings for the drain line. And we asked if we could flop it and the homeowner agreed, so we just put the garbage disposal on the right. It flows a little better now because you can see back here the trap just comes right into the drain, and that's the way it's designed to function. So anyways, brand new disposal and then a brand new telescoping kit, brand new P-trap up to an adapter, and then of course you can see your piping at the wall, and then of course on this side the flange that was installed was a plastic flange, and it was leaking out of it. You can move it by hand, just grab a hold of it and move back and forth. So we replaced it with a brand new basket strainer, new putty, so no leaking there now. So that's all our work as well on this side. Tailpiece down to the telescoping kit, so that's good. We've tested out, run lots of water down here, so everything is in good shape. Third thing we did, we asked if there was water coming out of the air gap. So when the dishwasher drains, water was spitting out of there, which means a clog. So we gave you a new hose as well. So that 7/8 discharge hose, the black one right there with the hose clamp on it going into the disposal, that's brand new. Goes up to a brand new air gap as well. There's no reason to replace the hose and not replace the air gap. So all brand new. Now when your dishwasher drains, you shouldn't have any trouble. Main thing with dishwashers is make sure you want to get as much food as possible off the dishes before you run a load of dishes, because otherwise that debris builds up in the air gap and also in the hose. Then you get a blockage. So the other issue was the faucet was slow functioning, so we just pulled this hose out right here, disconnected the spray head, and cleaned out a little rubber gasket screen that's in here. So it flows pretty good. This thing doesn't really stay fitted real correctly, but right now I think that's infinitely better than what you had. A lot of that functionality still is the clogged head. You can take this and dip this entire head down here into distilled white vinegar and clean that out. But I think that's pretty good flow compared to what you have when we got here. And the spray functions as well. If you have any further trouble with this, it looks like you may or may not be having trouble with it at some point. But any trouble with this faucet, we'd be glad to come out and put a new one in for you. But the flow issue, I believe, is resolved. Any further trouble with this, you have to just unscrew this right here. This just unscrews from the spray head, and then dump that in some vinegar and get it all cleaned out, and then rinse it out and put it back in. I don't see leaking here, but it's pretty scaled up. You can see the buildup. So you probably have some life left out of this. But one of the things with this hose is when you do run it, if you see any water coming out of here or out of here, then as long as this has been tightened down but you're still getting water, it means you got something else going on, and then at that point you might want to do a replacement. And anyways, everything here looks good outside of that. This installation is done.